We have breaking news around the NFL. After the Buffalo Bills suffered a loss, they have now fired head coach Sean McDermott. And then we're going to talk about the games of yesterday on Sunday, a beautiful day on this Martin Luther King Day. The Chicago Bears get sent home in overtime versus the Los Angeles Rams. I'm sad today. And then the Houston Texans was completely let down by Cj Stroud. What's going on with him? Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you gotta hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, NFL fans? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL, man. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Stevo. Man, how you feeling, bro?
I'm all right.
That's all we can be at the best. I ain't gonna lie to you. Good, better, not the best. But hey, if y'all tuned in, ready to talk this football talk, man, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Stevo, the Buffalo Bills suffered a loss on Saturday night versus the Denver Broncos, who got a major win and suffered a huge loss to Bo Nix. But now the Buffalo Bills, after that loss to the Broncos, they've went out there and fired Sean McDermott. Stevo, what's your thoughts?
Can't say I'm shocked. I can't really say I'm shocked. Quite frankly, it was past years where I thought they was gonna fire him then, to be quite honest with you. Like, at the end of the day, no matter how many times y'all been successful as a unit, to come down to the same scenario and same situation each and every year, you not be able to get it done. Whether it's that getting either having a lead or losing a lead, it's always a similar type thing when it comes to a Sean McDermott type team, and it is what it is. Like, it comes to a point where, especially in that organization, they've been close so many times, and they're getting tired of it. So if you keep getting the same scenario for 4 to 5 years with the same coach, eventually it's just time for a change. Eventually, especially I think how you see how it ended, the devastation on everybody's faces, it would have been very hard for somebody like Sean McVay to come back in. And I mean, of course, we know each year looks different because you can't keep the same unit. Everybody ain't gonna be on the same team that was on the previous team, but majority of the people that's on this team now is going to be on this next year's team. And listening to the same person saying the same old shit for the last 4 years, it's time for a new voice in there. And quite frankly, they need somebody else there that just got more that matches the clutch gene of their quarterback, because their coach don't.
And that's fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to
That's
you,
unfortunate.
bro. Yep, it's definitely unfortunate when you talk about Sean McDermott in the situation at hand. But I'm gonna agree with you 100%. I think that when you look at Sean McDermott and his resume, it's pretty damn good when you talk about wins and losses. But then when you get down to the weed of things and talking about Sean McDermott, you see that there has been some discrepancies, bro. He's been the head coach since 2017. Here is the playoff record. Lost in the wild card, missed the playoffs, lost in the wild cards, lost in the conference championship game, lost in the division round, lost in the division round, lost in the division round, lost in the conference finals, and then this season, lost in the division round. You can't keep doing this. So when you say that you're not surprised, I'm 100% on board with you, bro. We cannot go out there and continuously do the same exact thing every single year with Sean McDermott. And yes, I'm not going to sit up here and act like Josh Allen didn't turn the ball over 4 times. I'm not. But at the end of the day, when the game was in the reach, Sean Payton said, this defense not ready. Sean McDermott, defensive coordinator or turned head coach, They went over top of your head 3 straight plays to win that game. 3 straight plays.
With defensive blunders, not being disciplined. That's on you.
In one of them years, when we talk about the playoff record of Sean McDermott, you gave up the game in 13 seconds to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. 13 seconds. I ain't gonna put it on Matt Eberflus level, but we know this idiot. I'm just saying. So, Stevo, there's a head coaching opportunity now available for coaches that's looking for a job to go and coach for the Buffalo Bills. My question, Stevo, do the Buffalo Bills now call Brian Daboll? Because Josh Allen had some of his best seasons under Brian Daboll. Do they call him?
As an OC, not as a head coach.
Oh, I like that.
I think regardless of what you think, I think not you per se, but regardless of what most people think, I think his next job is going to be an OC. I don't think nobody's going to sit there and throw him to the wolves and make him a head coach again, just because what we seen him as a head coach. Ooh, just too many rapid decisions, too many uneasy decisions, too much. He still got a lot to learn, and I think that's what's perfect. But that's one of the first calls I'm making. Josh, he's done a whole lot of things with Josh. He had some of his best seasons with Josh. So I that's chemistry and a system you don't relatively have to super teach, especially with most of these people that's still on this team. So at the end of the day, like, head coach is still, I might be leaning more McCarthy. I go with McCarthy on, because I still think this team, I want them to kind of stay clear of a young coach. I don't think they need a young coach. I think they need somebody that got experience, because what we've been seeing with them in the big games and the big times, they don't show up in the right moments. And they need a guy to keep them calm and tell them, we're going to do this at this time and this moment and prepare us for that.
I love the name that you threw out there, Mike McCarthy. And I didn't even think about it, Stevo. My mind, once I seen Sean McDermott is fired, I thought Brian Daboll, simply because of the relationship. But you are 100% correct. Let's all remember that Mike McCarthy did not get fired from the Cowboys. He left after his contract was up. He said, Jerry Jones, here's a middle finger. I'm not coming back because you are a crazy dude I can't deal with. But Stevo, to your point, I think right now the Buffalo Bills should absolutely be calling Mike McCarthy to go out there and see if he wants this head coaching position, simply because he's a winner. He knows what it takes to win championships. He has won in Green Bay. He has won in Dallas with the most annoying owner in the NFL. Mike McCarthy might be the man for the job. I just heard something from Rex Ryan saying, call Bill Belichick. No, don't call Bill Belichick. Don't call Bill.
Hell no.
Bill. They said call Bill Belichick and hire Brian Daboll as the OC. But nah, I ain't going that route. You need somebody that can relate to his players. Bill Belichick.
That would kill the organization if they did.
They out of touch. I'm not doing that. So I'm 100% with you, and I appreciate you throwing out that name, because that is not a name that I thought of. But Kevin Stefanski is off the market. John Harbaugh is off the market. To me, the best guy that you can go out there and get is Mike McCarthy for the Buffalo Bills. That's how I'm looking at it. And I 100% agree with you on that, bro. For real, for real. But hey, now let's talk about the games that happened yesterday. My God, I got to do it, Stevo. I got to do it. I'm sad. The Chicago Bears lose. The Chicago Bears lose, bruh. They lose to the Los Angeles Rams in overtime, 20-17. A lot is being discussed right now when it comes to what transpired for the Chicago Bears in that overtime loss. Some people say Ben Johnson, we would have lived with the results if you would have went for the 2-point conversion ahead of overtime. Some people are saying DJ Moore quit on the route or the interception that Caleb Williams threw in overtime. What happened to the Bears, man? What happened?
It's just like I said last night. The same way we said we was gonna lose any other game is the same way why we lost last night game. You just didn't coach your best game, and then when it came down to it, you didn't revert to your strength. Running the ball was our strength, especially yesterday, getting our run game back on schedule than what it previously was the last few weeks. Swift was running hard, Monangai was running hard, and in that situation, getting a stop in overtime, getting the ball back, and you're moving the ball at will, and running them plays was a run game before the interception. It was too many examples over the weekend, especially watching Denver. What did they do? When it was down, when it was time to just go get that field goal, we running the ball. And if we are throwing the ball, we ain't doing no damn crossing routes. We ain't doing that. We doing phased one-on-ones. If they catch it or incomplete or flag. To me, you just got way too greedy. I wouldn't even say you just got way too greedy. You almost start playing Madden. That's what I think. Like sometimes when it comes down to our head coach, he just tends to overcoach himself. And that's quite frankly, that's what happens to a lot of offensive coordinators around this league, especially creative ones. They think especially when you have a quarterback who just did what he just did to get to overtime. I don't necessarily blame you for having faith in your quarterback, but you also have to step back and look and say your quarterback wasn't having his greatest day either. Was it really that time to throw it the way he did? And like I said, I've watched that final play multiple times, and I've came to the same conclusion. More than a bad throw, more than a bad route, more than loafing, it should never been a decision. Looking at that play, looking what the process of what Caleb said and what he saw, he shouldn't have threw it. DJ wasn't open. Yeah, you was trying to throw him to a spot, but if you look at DJ, you look at that route, he see the corner leaking over and say, oh, he cutting this shit off. So if I keep going this way and he throw it anyway, it's going to be a pick like it was. So in a wide receiver mindset, it's like, if I take this shit a little bit more vertical and he sees that and throw that bitch more towards the pylon or the out of bounds, I can make that catch. But it happened too fast. But quite frankly, it just shouldn't have been a position. It's 2nd and 8, run the ball. It's just that simple. 2nd and 8, run the ball. Don't put your quarterback in that position. Don't put your wide receiver in that position, especially when the wide receiver and the quarterback didn't been tweaking all day. we had multiple double-digit drops. And in the game,
bad yesterday.
It was double digit. The damn DBs was catching the ball better than the goddamn wide receivers.
Bro, they didn't drop an interception, I don't think. Maybe one.
Maybe one. Literally, maybe one. But, it is what it is. Like, you can't win them all. And like I said, it goes back to even with the Cody Parkey shit. I said week 5 of that season, this motherfucker gonna cost us a game. We better get rid of his ass now. We didn't. Double doink. We set it down the season, even though we was riding the wave and we had the confidence in this team. You keep not relying on this run game in the right key moments and making the right plays at the right key time, it's going to cost you. You not taking points, it's going to cost you. And guess what? It bit you in the ass yesterday. So not only do I want my head coach to go look at this performance, also go look at the rest of your playoff performance because they're very eerily similar. You go away from what you were great at in the moments where you need to be great at.
I think that's a hell of a point, simply because for the Chicago Bears' sake, you had an opportunity to go out there and punch your ticket to the NFC Championship game, bro. Right. And we watching DeAndre Swift running his ass off, even if it was a negative game. Next play, they coming right back, and he picking up chunk yards. You did what you were supposed to do, and that was contain the defensive line of the Los Angeles Rams. You did that. And to your point, in overtime, all you needed was a field goal to win the game, bro. All you needed was a field goal to win the game. Your defense got you the ball back. Everybody was ready to do the Iceman celebration in Chicago. Everybody. Miscommunication led to one thing, and it was an interception, and they marched right down and kicked the field goal. They did what you were supposed to do. And that does speaks to Ben Johnson being a rookie head coach in the playoffs and got to make crucial decisions. And my thing is, Stevo, I got to bring it to the forefront. A Declan Doyle. Is you telling Ben Johnson anything?
No. What a 28-year-old gonna tell a nigga?
I'm just saying. Ben Johnson said, I want coaches around me to go out there and express themselves and let me know and help me carry this team to wins. Did anybody tell Ben Johnson, hey, man, I don't think you should be throwing here? I don't think you should be throwing here. That's all I want to know.
I don't think so, because older coaches are usually the one that tells you that. And that was my little thing. Like, not to make it a big thing about Declan, but at 28, it's just a lot of football you just ain't know. It's motherfuckers around you that slept through more football than you know. Like, it just is what it is. Like, he might be a young creative mind, he might be that, but that was my thing. Like, if you gonna have a head coach that's that young, you got to surround him with some veteran leadership.
Man,
and it showed you on the defensive. But it shows on the defensive side of the ball, because it's nothing but veterans around. Da, hey Da, that man blitz ain't working no more.
Oh,
try that zone vid. We've been doing zone blitz. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They said that in I forgot which game it was. The week prior. They had the Lions game. You had guys after the Lions game coming to the podium and saying certain things like, yeah, it just wasn't working. Dennis Allen took that into effect and was like, okay, we're going to try this in Green Bay. And then in the second half, completely switched the game plan over. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where you look at the Chicago Bears and you look at that and you just say, bro, how? You know, but it is what it is. The Rams, hey, people, we got to call it how we see it over here in NFL Central. They said the Rams can't play tough football in the cold. They played tough as fuck. It wasn't a crazy blowout game like we thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to be high scoring. Some of us I picked 31-28 in favor of the Bears. This game was 20-17. That's a slugfest. They was in that bitch duking it out. Neither quarterback had great days. But the teams that made the less mistakes, they won. And that's the Los Angeles Rams. So you got to tip your hat off to them regardless of who you root for. And we just got to chalk it up to the game.
Stafford didn't have his greatest game, but he did the most important thing. He didn't turn the ball over.
Yep. And our quarterback threw three interceptions. You're not winning many games like that.
It's hard to win, especially throwing two, let alone one.
The crazy thing is, your defense played a hell of a game. They probably played their best game of the season.
Like I said, that was probably their most complete game. D-line was playing. Linebackers was playing. Corners was playing.
Yes.
Special teams was playing. Duvernay was out there playing.
He was running his ass off. I was like, hold on. Did somebody inject him with youthfulness?
No, his dad, his kid's daddy, don't embarrass us today. You've been doing good the last few weeks, daddy. You got to show your ass. And they came out there, started to get fuck off me, spin off. I said, yeah, we win in this game. No.
Hey, but it is what it is. Shout out to the Rams. Now we get a matchup with the Rams versus Seattle Seahawks, who the Seattle Seahawks just obliterated the 49ers. They're not going to be able to do that to this Rams team, but it's going to come down to execution. And in that divisional matchup, when you face a team for the third time, you can't fool nobody. It comes down to execution. Who wants it more and who makes the most plays?
I don't want to see Seattle with a Super Bowl now. I'll be there. I don't want to see Seattle with a Super Bowl now.
It's gonna be a boring ass Super Bowl.
Not even boring. No, I just don't want to see Sam Bradford, their daughter. I want Stafford to go. I'm the
Go
type of
get you number
person.
two.
Yeah, that's what I'm the type of person is. I typically like the person that beat us go win it.
For real. So then I can feel a little bit better. Hey, we
Yeah.
lost to the champs. I'm with you. I'm with you though. But Stevo, last game that we got to talk about is the Houston Texans versus the New England Patriots. Number one, Drake. First of all, I don't know who told this man to call himself Drake make. I don't know who told somebody to call him that.
All right, call
But
that nigga
nonetheless,
Jacob Tutu. What about
the pass to Stephon Diggs for a touchdown was absurd. The pass to Booty with the one-hand snag was awesome. But here's the kicker. What the fuck happened to Cj Stroud? I thought Cj Stroud was top 5.
I mean,
Y'all keep trying to crown people too early. This is why me and Stevo, when we talk football talk, we say, can we allow somebody to have some time first before we start crowning guys? He was supposed to be top 5 after his rookie season. He looked like bottom 5.
but I also will say this. Bobby Slowick had a lot to do with that. And ever since Bobby Slowick left, that's what I'm saying. Ever since Bobby Slowick left, he ain't looked the same. That I think that's where they fucked up at. It is, and that's what we always say: coaching matters. Coaching matters because Bobby was one of them people like, yeah, we know what you can do within the pocket, but nigga, you can move too. Use them legs. He didn't use them legs at all yesterday. And quite frankly, he didn't use his legs at all this year.
Stevo, it's crazy. You want to know why it's so crazy when it comes to the conversation of CJ Stroud using his legs? How many times do we watch that game and we say, bro, everybody is on the right side of the pocket and you have clear field on the left. Go. It was terrible.
Especially if you ain't throwing it well. Especially when you're not throwing it well. Run. It is for somebody to be so jittery, so uncomfortable playing quarterback that it's desperate that the most important find that y'all find next year is y'all next OC.
Yeah, bro.
And of course, getting more talent around him offensively. But he needs somebody that's gonna be next to him for 5 years plus.
I agree, bro. 100%. Simply because when you look at the situation at hand, how does this man look like he regressed?
He's regressed since his rookie year.
This is why we say don't crown nobody too soon in the NFL. Don't crown somebody too soon. We seen this time and time again. And the thing is, and my man's Dexter in the chat just said it. How you the quarterback and you moping after the first drive? How you moping? Your defense is keeping you in the game.
Yep.
You know this. Anybody with the right mind understands that the Texans defense is legit. Pick yourself up. Who is the quarterback coach to talk to this man to tell him, get your head out your ass and keep your head high and go perform? You let this team down. Y'all literally had an opportunity to win this game. See, Stevo, this man threw 4 interceptions in the first half.
Real Trevor Lawrence.
And still, bro, the crazy thing is he still had a chance to win the game.
But he was mentally checked out, like you said. He was already mentally checked out before that point. You had no type of belief in that final drive. He was fit to do anything special.
Bro.
He did exactly what we thought he was going to do. Turnover.
Bro. The crazy thing is that the broadcast on ESPN, they pointed out how good that the Texans play in the wild card round and how bad they play in a divisional round over the last
they're 0-6 in their history in the divisional round. 0-6.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You want to know, bro, the consistency in the wild card round, you see them blowing teams out. They blew the Browns out by 30. They beat another team by 20. Then you win it by 20. You won last week. And then you're losing in a divisional round by 20, 14, double-digit points, all that stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous on how the Houston Texans can't show up in the divisional round.
For real.
It's sad. That defense is ready. Will Anderson is him. He was willing that team into that game. All they needed was Cj Stroud to stand up. And Cj Stroud didn't stand up. He beat himself after the first drive. It's unacceptable.
Yep.
It's unacceptable. How? It just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Stevo, we getting breaking news again. The Chiefs trying to double back. They coming after Eric Bieniemy, bro. They want to interview Eric Bieniemy for their offensive coordinator spot.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Move, nigga. You ain't want this nigga the last 4 years. Move. You scapegoated the nigga. Nah. If I'm Airbnb, fuck y'all. No.
I'm with you.
Fuck y'all. Y'all scapegoated me. Fuck y'all. No. Hell no.
Saying I was coaching too hard. To think my
Yeah.
language wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
Come on,
fuck
bro.
y'all. I go to a divisional rival just to be petty.
On the real. Who in their division? Ooh, go interview for the Chargers.
All right, go for the Chargers, nigga.
Go interview for the Chargers, Eric.
Nah.
Hey, I'm with
If
you.
we gonna lose them, I ain't lose them to no KC. Hell no.
On the real, bro. Because how y'all gonna double back now?
Oh, he really got those guys running the ball real good. Oh, we ain't got a good running game since he left. Motherfucker.
Duh. What the hell y'all thought?
I
What y'all
thought Nagy was gonna run the ball.
No.
He didn't run it with us, nigga.
But hey, man, shout out to the people in the chat. Jacob Pone in this thing. He said, "What's the word, y'all? Josh Allen gets so many chances. Shaking my head. It's ridiculous, but bear down is personal next year. We gonna see, brother. Every year is different." King Booker in the building said, "Salute everybody." Dexter in there said, "Take the points. You can't rest on morals and watch a team where Stafford didn't score a touchdown come in and kick the walk off, bro." CJ was defeated. It was evident. This man, Dexter, hey, bro, can I add my check on your check? He said, "I'll give my check for the Texas defense." Oh, real? What? Jacob O said, "F you Chiefs." V-Dog in the building. He said, "What up, fellas? Is it time to have questions about whether Texas should move forward with Cj Stroud? He was god awful last night." Stevo, take that one.
I would say move on. You still got 2-3 years left on the contract. You still got time to see if he's your guy.
This year 3, right? Yeah, you got 2 years left.
You got 2 more years. I just treat him like Bryce. Use them 2 fucking years and see if he got it.
I agree with it because next season, that's option 5, year 5 for Bryce Young, and he got to go out there and perform. You got to the playoffs, you performed well. He wasn't absolutely terrible. I think it was a B minus type of game from Bryce Young in that matchup versus the Rams. And the Rams just beat the Bears. If the Rams go on to win the championship, Bryce Young should be praying that they win the championship.
No, for real.
Because they'd be like, we lost to the champs. We lost to the champs. But I'm gonna agree with Stevo. You got to use all the time that you have to evaluate this quarterback of CJ Stroud, because you went from here and every single year you've been dropping every year, and your defense been saving your ass, literally saving your ass. You got to lock in. You can't tell, like, I'm not one of the most super religious people, but I do believe. And if you go out there and constantly say you have some belief, you got to believe. You got to believe. Where's the belief in yourself?
Yeah. And as a quarterback, you got to have damn near a psychotic mindset that you the coldest motherfucker on this field.
Next play. Can't get too high, can't get too low. It's next play mentality, especially after you throw 4 interceptions and still got a chance to win a game. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. My man's Cavalier joined us.
He did play better. Shit. Can't even lie to you.
For real.
David Mills definitely has played better. And especially in them There were 2 weeks he stepped in, 3 weeks he stepped in.
Cj Stroud was out. Davis Mills is balling.
Can't even hate. Can't even lie.
For sure. But hey, man, that is it from us today, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. More NFL talk coming during this week. And y'all already know we're getting ready for Championship Sunday. That's AFC, that's NFC. So we're going to be talking about it and breaking it all down as we get closer. Plus, there's a lot of things to be made.
Might call that motherfucker. You never know.
No, not real. But hey, that is it from us, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks